good afternoon. Thank you for coming. I'd ask you all, if anybody is seated, to rise, and I would like to invite Brittany Jackson, a recent graduate of St. Thomas University, who earned her bachelor's degree in organizational leadership, to the podium to sing our national anthem.
Was so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets roared, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. So say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you very much.
Could I ask you to continue standing? And dear class of 2020, we gather here today, and as we begin this convocation, we want to pray with you and we want to pray for you, because that is our tradition here at St. Thomas University. So let us bow our heads now. I will love you, Lord, in every way, and without setting limits to my love. You set no limits to what you have done for me. You have not measured out your gifts. I will not measure out my love. I will love you, Lord, with all my strength, with all my powers, as much as I may. In you, O Lord, have I hoped. And together we say, Amen. Amen. Please be seated.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. And welcome. Welcome to our second freshman convocation here at St. Thomas University. I welcome our distinguished faculty, our deans, the members of the SGA, our students, any family and friends that might be here. And I would also like to welcome all who are in attendance here today, especially our guests from Immaculate LaSalle High School, our future St. Thomas students. Today is indeed a day of celebration, a most special day when we welcome our freshman class to St. Thomas University and its family. You have now become one of us. This year, we have the privilege of having our chairman, the chairman of the Board of Trustees, Mr. John Dooner, as our guest of honor. He is not only one of us because he's the chair, he's one of us because he's a graduate of St. Thomas University. By welcoming you to the St. Thomas family, you begin an incredible journey, one that will help you reach your goal and become a leader for life. Here at St. Thomas, we will provide you not only with the academic preparation, but also the spiritual and emotional confidence to achieve your goals. I'm confident that here at St. Thomas, you will become a bold, adaptable, effective leader, a leader for life, in your local and your global community. I ask you, open your hearts and open your minds to new ideas and new possibilities. Be ready for new adventures in your lives, because college and university is an adventure, an exciting one. I'm confident no matter where you want to go in your life, St. Thomas will help you get there. Again, welcome to the class of 2020. I now invite our provost, Dr. Irma Becerra, to the podium to give her remarks and introduction of the speaker.
Thank you, Monsignor Sal, and welcome to the class of 2020. Where are you? It is indeed my honor to introduce you today to our keynote speaker, a St. Thomas University leader, Mr. John Dooner. At St. Thomas, we encourage our students to think about the impact they can have within their local and global communities, and to make good use of their God-given skills and gifts. Trustee Dooner has done exactly that and more. He's a man not only with a big heart, but also a big brain, and we at St. Thomas are his biggest fans. This afternoon, the task of introducing our keynote speaker is a great privilege for me. He's a living inspiration to all of our students, our parents, our friends, and our community. His philanthropy has extended not only to St. Thomas, but also within his local and global community. Trustee Dooner's list of accomplishments as a businessman and industry pioneer are legendary. But his work as a philanthropist, that is what truly sets him apart as a leader for life. He's a man of extraordinary accomplishments, receiving numerous honors for his achievements, such as from the Advertising Education Foundation and a National Human Relations Award from the American Jewish community. He has been named Adweek's Magazine East Coast Executive of the Year. He has also served on the boards of prestigious leading corporations and non-profit organizations, such as Iran, United Way, the University of Notre Dame Irish Council, and he is our very own St. Thomas Chairman of the Board of Trustees. As Henry Kissinger once said, the task of a leader is to get his people from where they are now to where they have not been. Trustee Dooner exemplifies this, taking his business to new frontiers and also collaborating with St. Thomas to reach new and higher goals. If we take a closer look at what makes someone a real leader for life, we see many values, but those which stand out the most are perseverance and hard work. Our speaker this afternoon is the living epitome of those virtues. And those virtues were nurtured during his years when he attended St. Thomas. Trustee Dooner leads by example in everything he does. He inspires everyone he comes into contact with. He has a vision, and he's passionate about turning his vision into reality. He empowers individuals to feel worthy and competent, to take on new projects and goals. He sets an example for his colleagues and our students, each and every one of you. He's capable and confident, a true role model and leader, a man of distinction. His business career in the field of communications began with gray advertising, and he continued to grow in leadership and management positions over the years. The McCann Group is now one of the world's leading marketing communication companies, made up of 8 companies, all of which are global leaders in their respective fields. Under his leadership, McCann Erickson was named Agency of the Year and Global Agency of the Year 6 times by leading peer advertising publications, not only here in the United States, but also in Europe. It has not always been smooth sailing, but how he viewed his challenges was critical. He saw them as stepping stones, not as obstacles. He has remained focused, practical and realistic, but also creative and willing to adapt and change depending on the situation. When we view challenges as obstacles, they become problems, or we create a negative mindset, or I can't, or I don't want to. He, like all of us here at St. Thomas, chose to see challenges as stepping stones, opportunities for us to use, to achieve more, to develop more, and to become true leaders for life. He has never been scared of making mistakes. He did not let a fear of failure stop him from transforming his vision into a reality. He pushed forward and continues to achieve his goals every day. After graduating from St. Thomas, he did not forget his alma mater. We are so proud of his leadership and commitment to St. Thomas. His vision for St. Thomas to be recognized as the best Catholic university in the Southeast, and he has tirelessly worked on this vision, and we are well on our way making that a reality. As John Quincy Adams said, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, then you are a leader. You have inspired us, Trustee, to dream more, to learn more, and become more. You are a leader. And to all of our freshmen embarking on this journey, look to him for inspiration. Dream, learn, do more, and become more. As I look into the crowd today, I wonder, who will be the next trustee doer? Will it be you? Or you? Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in warm welcome to this year's keynote speaker, Mr. John Dunn.
I'd like to meet that guy. I'm not sure who the hell he is, but he certainly doesn't only have a big heart, big mind, also doesn't look properly. Nice fellow. As the provost said, I am chairman of the board of St. Thomas University, and I'm very proud to be that. And as she also said that we have a dream at St. Thomas to be recognized as the leading Catholic university in the Southeast. And we're making great strides to do that. And I think having you be part of that and having you lead that, it's all about the students. So enjoy that excitement and be part of it, because as the provost said, it is all about you guys. Let me first say the reason I'm so excited. I'm literally a professor. By the way, there is a professor in this room that helped me learn, become a leader. And it's Dick Riley. Where are you? You may say that Professor Riley's older than dirt. But we said that 50 years ago. I will tell you, there's no smarter man, no more caring of a person, and he really embodies those things that are so important on this Catholic institution for everyone going forward. So, Mr. Riley, I salute you. I look forward to getting some private time with you. Sure. One of the things that Irma was saying, and it's very important, is that you guys kind of made a decision, and you're going to hear more and more how conscious that decision could have been, should have been, or will be. And the decision is you came to a place that you're going to begin a journey to be a leader, and what that all means. So I'm going to talk about that this afternoon, and I think you're going to get some information about it that I hope that you would use, kind of as I call it a handbook. But let me tell you about, it's going to be hard, the great thing about working with Provost Irwin, almost everything I say, she already said. So one of the great things about life, always get a 3+ frequency. You may have a chance of remembering. So this will be 2. So let me begin by qualifying the witness as a leader. And by doing that, let me tell you about my journey, if I can. And recently, I just retired from McCann Erickson. During the 20 years that I was the leader of McCann, it remained the largest advertising agency in the world. 121 countries, 45,000 employees, and over $3 billion in revenue. And we worked with the greatest brands in the world. And then during that time, I had an opportunity to be a leader in developing the most iconic advertising campaigns for brands like Coca-Cola, L'Oreal, Microsoft, and MasterCard, and many others. That's a privilege, and that's an exciting world to be in. As a leader in the industry, I led the way for diversity, for the advancement of women in advertising. These are issues, equality, important issues. And I started a little before my time. Could have been because of my 4 sisters, my grandmother, my 2 daughters, my lovely wife. But I recognize the role of women has to be accepted at a level equal to that of a man or any other person. And I got involved with that as a leader. I also got involved as chairman of what they call the Ad Council. You may see that symbol sometimes on television, but basically what the Ad Council does, as I was chair of it, is they provide public service campaigns for issues there that are combat, like bullying, high school dropouts, obesity, and other such big causes. So in the middle of, if you will, this movement in business that I was doing, these other things are important. And there's a lesson there that I think I want you to take away. Also during this time, I was a trustee of the South Shore Medical Center, College of Nurse Shell, and the Advisory Council for Care International. Again, the balance. Today, in addition to being the board chair of St. Thomas University, I was chair and now vice chair of United Way Worldwide, located in Alexandria, Virginia. United Way is the largest global charity with revenue of over $5 billion in 41 countries in the world. And the United Way's job in life, mission in life, and really what they do, is to advance the health and quality of health, education, and financial stability in each one of our communities. Finally, I remain as chairman of German American McCann Law Group, trustee of the Irish Council of Notre Dame, forget it, nobody get in there, and a lead director for Ethan Allen, which Irwin mentioned, the most fun I've ever had. They don't only sell furniture, they actually make it, and they have to be creative and deal with all aspects of business and marketing, and it's just a blast to work with them. I believe just by looking at you that, and the reason you're here, that you have chosen your journey to be a leader as well. And that's fabulous, because you've come to the right place. St. Thomas University is a Catholic institution committed to graduating students who have, and you've heard this, been taught, experienced, and performed the essential attributes to be a leader in a chosen field and community. All those things are important. I'll talk more about that. Also, uniquely to ask you, and a very important part, is as a Catholic university, it has the values and share the values and that are very important and essential to the moral fiber of true leaders. Many look to college as something that will advance them in their job opportunities. My experience at STU, and I promise you, your experience at STU tells me they're missing the point. And that the point that they're missing is that they're missed an opportunity to lead and to go and beyond just getting a job, be a leader. Then the question, which I always ask myself, why be a leader? And I think the answer is simple but profound. And the answer is there's huge benefits from being a leader. You're more respected. You set the pace in business and the community. You're known to be a winner. And oh yeah, by the way, let's not forget you made more money. I want you, there's a slide up here. My daughter drew that, by the way. I want you to consider the lead dog. The lead dog sees wonders of the world every day. While the other dogs see the same old bum every other day. I think the choice is easy. Be a leader. As I sat, I know this is only the second, so I was slightly to encourage you. As I sat in my freshman convocation 50 years ago, I knew I had the desire to be a leader, but I really was clueless as to what it really meant. And I realize now that it takes a lot. I realize now that leaders are not born. There is no rubber stamp. Leaders are made, leaders are learned. And I think it's important to understand. Through my experience at STU, I was taught and learned the essentials that are required to be a successful leader. Specifically, I learned that leaders possess 3 essential attributes. 3, that's a lot. Essential attributes of equal strength. As reflected in STU's logo, great leaders possess a strong and balanced ethical core, confidence, and knowledge. That's a triangle of what a leader, and the essential elements of what a leader is. And they're all about what we do here at STU. Leaders must be highly knowledgeable about the field they're in. There's no faking. So all those think you can fake it, it ain't gonna work. But you don't want to think of it that way, and I will tell you one thing about myself. I was a little lucky. I realized that you needed a passion, and a passion to learn was required. But I wasn't quite sure what it was, what I wanted to study, what was going to give me that passion. And what I found was that political science gave me that passion. And once I had that passion, I turned it into a passion to learn. And it was an amazing change because it can happen to all of us in the past. Often academic passion is aligned to a thing or things that you have a passion for in life. So if you think about combining this with this, you know that the hard work to get the learning that's required is going to become less burdensome and more likely more joyful. So it's a very important thing, and there's a way to link into it to make it, if you will, not a burdensome, but a very joyful thing. As we all know, for many, going to the confessional is good for the soul. I must tell you, and Richard knows this, I must tell you that my first academic semester was no less than stellar. That's not giving you a cop out for this semester. But my first academic semester was a little less stellar. In fact, it was hovering around 2.0 GPS. Not good. But I will tell you what happened. That my passion for learning kicked in as my passion for political science rose. And once your passion for learning kicks in, as it did in my case, my grades did the same. And I was on the dean's list second semester until I got there. So don't give in. Keep looking to align those passions. And again, it does take, I think Monsignor is saying, a hard work. Leaders must also have confidence in their ability to lead, as noted on the logo. Here is where you have a great advantage for you at STU. Because at STU, it has a size and a wide range of activities that invite you to participate, all having positive impact on building your self-esteem and confidence. As I mentioned, I quickly found an academic passion, but as it relates to confidence, I must confess that among other shortcomings, I had public speaking, it scared me to death. To get in front of a group, it scared me to death. Obviously, communications is an important part of leading. But through that experience, the courage, the confidence grew. I engaged in the activities that are on campus, and I ended up leading two of them. One was a fraternity called Sigma Phi Omega. I ran that for 2 years. And one was the political science organization, which I also ran for 3 years. Also, I had an opportunity when I was on campus to chair a mock Democratic presidential convention. And I'm sure you'll pay attention to the last month or so of those conventions. And we ran one that was off campus with barriers from outside schools, well learning on many, many levels. I'm very excited. Also had an opportunity to debate politics with some of the Ivy League schools. And again, gaining and growing in confidence as an important part. By the way, 50 years later, like today, flying airplanes and public speaking still scare the hell out of me. So don't expect anything to disappear. The intensity for which you grow in it will make you more palatable and probably make you better at it, but it doesn't necessarily totally go away. The third essential element of leadership is that leaders have to have a strong ethical core. And I'm not going to put this into a political environment and start talking about what's going on in politics today, but let me repeat it. For you to really be a true leader, you must have a strong ethical core. And as to you, you don't have to be a Catholic to feel the presence of our Catholic values. These values permeate all that's done on the campus. These values are essential for a strong moral character. It's well known that to lead, people have to want to follow. And people want their leaders to be honest and respectful. So, I think it's clear that to become a leader is not something that somebody merely signs up for. I believe, and I know you must realize this, that to be a leader, it's got to be your life's ambition. As I began my exciting journey, or as you begin yours, obviously it would be reasonable for me to give you some advice. And my advice is simple. Do what I do. First, take full advantage of your experiences as to you. The essentials are here. Work. Second, achieve academic excellence. Get that mind and that brain aligned. You must have a passion to learn. Also, engage, or rather lead, in the campus activities and community service. It will help you develop your leadership skills. Also, and importantly, embrace the Catholic culture and its values. Be dedicated to ethics and continued spiritual growth. Finally, hard work. Finally, work hard and play hard. I learned, and I had, the best time of my life here at St. Thomas University. That's how you should feel 4 years from now. Work hard, play hard. Anyway, the path for leadership is not an easy one, and I understand that. I'm not suggesting it is. But I believe it's a worthy one. So take pleasure in that journey. Also, I wanted to give you what I call a Dooner tip. That is that a healthy sense of humor is worth its weight in gold. While it may not be an essential attribute to be a leader, for me, it was a powerful tool. A good sense of humor about yourself, your successes, your failures, will put things in perspective and help disarm those prickly situations. In closing, I want to invite you to share your leadership experience with me directly. My email address is jdooner@sdu.edu. Look it up. And I'm not kidding. So that's an easy one for you to remember or define. If you have questions, define them and answer. If you have ideas, define them, I'll respond and acknowledge them and give you some sense of that to my judgment. And if you have achievements, nothing will make me happier than to help share it and that's or celebrate those achievements. So let's start a dialogue on this very important journey. I promise you I will be there. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Dooner. Let's give another round of applause for Before we move on to the Tassel ceremony, I want to quickly recognize some of the other members of the administration and the student government that are here. First, I would like to invite the Chair of the Faculty Senate, Dr. Gloria Espino, would you please care to stand and be recognized? And the entire student government executive student staff. I would like to ask our deans, vice presidents, and vice provosts that are with us in director of the library, please would you stand and be recognized? And please, if you could recognize our faculty, please, if you could stand. Okay, now I would like to ask the class of 2020 to please stand and place your cap and tassel on the right side of your head. The lady that graduated, you will bring it to the left. Okay, is everybody ready? With the tassel on the right, class of 2020. Let's give a big round of applause to our class of 2020. We are all here for you. We are committed to your success. And I'm confident that I will see you in 2020 walking across the stage, picking up your diplomas. And on behalf of the faculty, the deans, and the entire administration, our doors are always open. Our success, your success is our success. Enjoy your journey, and like Trustee Dooner said, make the most of it, learn, gain the confidence, also within the ethical core, and have some fun. There has never been a better time to be a Bobcat. Go Bobcats! Big round of applause.
Well, it's midday. We've come to the end of our ceremony here, and I would like everyone to please stand. So remember this. In a few more years, we'll be with you as you take that tassel and you put it to the other side. So, as Chairman Dooner said, remember to be leaders for life here. And I also want to thank Chairman Dooner for something that made me very happy today. Very happy because I counted back 50 years. Today, I only started high school and he started college. I have the gray hair. So as we come to our conclusion now, I ask you to bow your heads and pray for God's blessing. May the Lord bless you and keep you. His light shine upon you, be gracious to you, and give you his peace. From the rising of the sun until its setting, May you always be held in the palm of the Lord's hand. Amen.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Before you leave, I have some final announcements for you. Class of 2020 and our honored guests, if you would please stop off at the table. We have some mementos. Student affairs will be giving those out to you, so please make sure you pick those up. Also, don't forget to join us at our reception outside of the breezeway. Please remain at your seats as our esteemed chair of the faculty, Dr. Lole Espino, leads our processional out.